Hi guys. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. How are you guys doing? I've invited you to my home. Well, I work at DC, but sometimes I take my work home with me when I'm not going to visit some parties and stuff in downtown DC. When I'm not hanging out with Bezos and the guys, I sometimes do some of my work at home on the floor. But I have my handy dandy lamp, and don't worry, I don't just have a red, orange, green, blue, and purple pen, but I also have this handy dandy black pen. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys because I believe in transparency. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what goes on, okay, in the government. Alright. Okay. This is my title. Okay, I'm the National Official Officer of the Untied Status 2020 Vote Taking and Counting Official. Okay, that's my job title. Alright. Can you read it? Now listen, guys, this is some serious stuff, okay? I'm showing you guys because this is some real stuff. And we gotta make sure we don't make any mistakes. We can't get a single false vote. They all have to be correct, because that's important. We can't get any fake votes or anything like that. Okay, now I'm gonna show you. Okay, these are the candidates that we have. Now, since we've moved over from having people as presidents and instead having advocacy groups as presidents, some of these you might think, what, that's not a name of a person, but that's okay. That's how we do things now, okay? So, but we still vote the right way, the way we've always voted for all the presidents of the, did I say untied status? Okay. So, I'm gonna read these off for you, okay? Can you guys see that? I'm gonna move this close so you guys can see that, okay? So, 17% of the votes, okay, because we asked everyone for one vote each, okay? So 17% of the votes were for the guy who I think is gonna win, okay? His name is Redhead Hitler. Okay, this guy's awesome. He's totally gonna win. He's Redhead Hitler, okay? Listen to this. This is genius. Force redheads to work 120-hour shifts, work weeks. Okay? 120 hours for the weeks. Just redheads, remember. So don't worry, most of you, don't worry. Without benefits. So they're not going to suck our money from us. Okay? All the redheads, we don't have to call it slavery. Okay? So 17% voted for him. I'm not even kidding. 17%. He was their top choice. Okay? Now, since we have to sort of consider the rest of the votes, even though I know that they're not going to win, okay, I'm going to go through the rest of the list because it's my job. Okay. So, we have 15% child protectors. Okay. Protect all, including Redhead, children. That's what it says. See, but they only have 15% of the votes. See? 15%. So I think they're gonna lose because Redhead Hitler's at 17. And I'm the official vote counter and I have to do what's fair. Okay, because obviously 17 is bigger than 15. Okay. And I even think that I got this big check the other day from Redhead Hitler. Like, he actually paid me. He's just like, listen, I'm a nice guy. I'm like, wow, you really are, because you paid me a lot of money. So I came to his house and partied and drank with him and everything, because he's a nice guy. He gave all that to me for free. Like, he even had some friends there that, were girls that were really nice to me. And I was like, wow, what did I do, to deserve this? And he's like, because you are so important. That's what he told me. He's like, you are so important. I was like, thank you. That you're the best. And he told me, you know what? I'm going to give to my competition. Because he knew that there was these other groups down here. Like, for example, Peacekeepers. They used to be at like 23%. Now they're only at 16%. They would have beat him, actually. But he wanted to be nice, and he said, I want to add more competition. I'm not even kidding. He wanted more competition. So he said, you know what? I'm going to create another party, and it's going to be child protectors. He said, because it's not fair for me for what I'm doing to Redhead. So he said, let me help the competition. And so he created another group, and they're already at 15%. So he's got both of them beat, actually. So, anyway, he's a nice guy. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so 9% Hitler stoppers. Now these guys, they don't like him, obviously. He's not the one who started this group. They say to defend unfairly treated people, groups, especially redheads. So obviously they're just directly against him. And some of those votes actually went to the child protectors. So 12%, this candidate, College and Freaks, they want to fund cost-effective, natural, nutritional preventative medicine. I don't know what that means. But I think that drugs and medications from pharmaceutical companies are clearly the answer to all of our health problems. I mean, you should go to your doctor, get some Tylenol, get some ibuprofen, get some medicine, get some drugs that cost money, and then go back home and just do whatever you want. Eat your McDonald's, smoke cigarettes. You don't have to worry about figuring out how nutrition works. Don't listen to those freakos that tell you that you need vitamin K2, to transport calcium or things like that. Those people are just weird, okay? All you need is a doctor. And then pharmaceutical companies. They'll give you everything you need. You can trust them with your soul. I do. So, anyway, I'm glad that he's going to beat them, because I don't think they're very intelligent. I think they're anti-vaxxers even. Don't tell anyone I said that. But I think that they're secretly against vaccines. They're, I'm pretty sure they want the world to get smallpox. Okay. all that other stuff is a cover-up. That meningitis or whatever problems, that's a cover-up. They want the world to get coronavirus and smallpox, trust me. I just have a hunch. Now, 13% are, it's another, okay, so this is the Redhead advocacy group. Okay, so they want to help protect redheads. Okay, that's, but see, you can probably hardly see it because it's in orange, but they only have 13% of the votes. So I don't, like, see, he's dominating. He's got the majority here because he's got 17%. I mean, this is just like, you know, when Hillary Clinton was running, you know, everyone wanted her because 17% is obviously the majority, because math says, you know, 17% is bigger than 13%, right? 17% is bigger than 15%. So they are the majority. Okay, so here we go, another one. Okay, Green Planet. This is what I just love my job. Voting makes so much sense. Everyone understands it perfectly. Everyone understands that when you just vote one vote, it doesn't matter what candidates are there. It's completely fair. So whatever these guys voted for, it's completely, they'll get exactly what they wanted. They'll get exactly what they wanted. They all wanted, well, obviously, the thing that they wanted the most. Not everyone wanted him, but obviously, most people wanted Redhead Hitler, because that's how voting works. It's fair. So anyway, I love voting. Voting is perfect. There's no mathematical inconsistencies about it or anything. It's anyway, okay. So 11%, they want a green planet. They don't say anything bad about, you know, enslaving redheads. Well, they also, I mean, they don't say anything bad about redheads themselves, but they want to subsidize electric vehicles, which, you know, where's that money coming from? You know, unless you can prove that that money's coming from redheads, or, I mean, you know, unless you can prove that the money's worthwhile to invest into electric vehicles, you know, then, oh yes, there we go, more camera, yes, there we go. Okay, so, yeah, I should read you some of the letters that I get from these people. It is crazy. It is just, it's crazy, some of the letters. Okay, like math lovers, okay? They only got 4%. These guys are obnoxious. They're never gonna win. They're like libertarians. Like, libertarians, seriously? What, I don't even know what that means. Like, they're just copying liberals, of course. Duh, like, to me, like, it's not mathematical unless you have a Republican and a Democrat party. Unless you can tell me that the two parties, because 2 is the perfect number, okay? Unless you can prove to me that there's two parties that are fighting against each other that are called Republican and Democrat, then it's not, I don't think that it's fair. It has to be Republican versus Democrat, and then that is fair. That's like the real battle that's going on. It's not like weird, you know, authoritarian versus libertarian, or Condorcet voting versus, you know, plurality voting or something like that. Like, I don't, let me read these guys don't get anything. They just say that they love math, but look, like, let me read this really quick. Okay, so, something, blah, 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 Arrow's theorem, blah, 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 proves, blah, 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 we don't care. Let's see, and look, they want to use proven theorems to judge decisions. Like, it's so dumb. Okay, so, we believe that you should read our letter about. What did you think about it? Blah, blah, blah. I thought it was stupid. Math lovers. And something about the majority combined would actually be against Redhead Hitler. It's like, what? No. Obvious. Oh, look. This is how voting works, okay? This is how voting works. 17% want Redhead Hitler, okay? 17%. That beats all the other ones. Math, done. Duh. They're the majority. Okay, they want redheads to be enslaved. Just like when Jews got out of hand. Like, hello, come on. Just listen to authority, okay? These people are like, oh, truth is more important than authority. It's like, what are you talking about? We're the smarter ones because we're the ones in office, okay? We're the ones who know how to make TV commercials and, like, advertise ourselves and things like that, all right? Just, okay. 16%. 16%. It's a runner-up. See, look, 16% peacekeepers. Okay? They create international agreements. Okay? They're close. Okay, let me read something that the peacekeepers say. We advocate that countries should combine resources just enough to plant trees in the parts of the world deemed most necessary to plant more trees. See, it's capitalism, okay? Capitalism means you never work together ever. Ever, ever, ever. It means all the companies 100%, separate. Okay? That's what capitalism means. It means you never work together. Ever. And that's why I sort of don't like it, and that's why we should get rid of it and just do socialism, because when has a capitalism ever worked better than socialism? Duh. Like, look at Venezuela. They're getting richer and richer and richer. At least according to my one source in Washington, D.C. that I hang out with at like 2 in the morning. So, anyway, 3%. Okay, 3%. Ocean builders. Okay, these guys are silly, but they're good. I like them. Okay, they want to build artificial islands. Totally genius. Totally smart. Totally should do that. But hey, you want to do that? Donate. Okay? We should have all the people who are willing to donate and who work the hardest should be the ones paying for it. Okay? But sorry, Redhead Hitler, he's got you beat because you're only 3%. No, I did read one of their letters and they said, look, 95% of the ocean builders who voted for ocean builders as their first choice, their second choice was for Hitler stoppers. So, I don't care, because 3% plus 9%, even if you were Hitler stoppers, you're still only 12%. That's less than 17%. Okay? So Redhead Hitler wins, guys. He wins. Just pay attention. Okay? This is how voting works. And plus, if you guys could combine groups, fine. You know what? Redhead Hitler should be able to combine forces with the group that he helped start, child protectors who protect redhead children. Okay? He should be able to combine forces with them and then count his vote against everyone else. So there. He's the majority. Remember, 17% is the majority here. Okay, 0% want to cut spending. spend less taxes. Okay, see, so nobody see. So I bumped the cam. Okay, so this is the funny thing. It's obvious that they're the minority, right? Now I went through all the letters. Okay, I went through all the letters. Okay, we are the redhead Hitlers, blah 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 blah, and our second choice would be to cut spending. Okay, it's their second choice, so it doesn't count. Okay, we are the collagen freaks. Our second choice is to cut spending. Okay, we are the math lovers, and one of our top choices is to cut spending, but we wanted vote first for math lovers. Okay, doesn't matter, you didn't vote for cut spending. So obviously it's the least wanted thing on this list. Cut spending is the least wanted thing on the list because nobody voted for it. If you guys wanted it, then somebody would have voted for it, right? Let's see, blah 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 blah. Okay, redhead advocacy. After protecting redheads, we also believe in cutting spending. Okay, doesn't matter to me. You didn't vote for cut spending. You voted for redhead advocacy. Okay, peacekeepers. We like protecting redheads, but we also really, really want to cut our spending as much as possible. Why does everyone use the same terminology? Cut spending. Like, why don't we just like, okay, like, oh, here we go. The child protectors, they say one of our top priorities, in fact, we would have voted this as number 4, would be to spend less. There we go. Someone who worded it differently. So that's all stuff that me, as the vote taker, encounter can completely ignore. I don't have to take that into account at all because that's how math works, you know. It's clear to me 100% that math says, and I'm teaching the math lovers math, okay, that nobody wants to cut spending. Okay, nobody wants to cut spending. And obviously everyone, for the most part, except, you know, it's they won, okay? Obviously, the biggest group, I should say, wants to force redheads to work for 120-hour weeks without benefits. So that's who's going to win. Okay, that's how it works because voting makes sense. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys how ridiculous these math lovers are. Okay, they gave me this like graph, and I don't know if I showed it to you, but like, so they sent me this picture, and they're like trying to explain this gibberish Hebrew to me, and they're like, okay, imagine if 40% of the people wanted vanilla. This is such a specific case. It's like, why would this ever happen? Okay, 40% wants vanilla more than chocolate and more than strawberry. Okay, 45% wants strawberry more than chocolate, more than vanilla, right? Okay. And I love strawberry. Who would ever want chocolate? It's like, ugh. And then 15% want chocolate more than vanilla, more than strawberry, right? Okay. So by looking at it, it's like it reminds me of Hillary, okay? Because remember, Hillary should have totally won. Because look, 45%, right? You know, and so the biggest group wanted strawberry, so they should win, right? I'm gonna turn this so that you guys can see it. I should zoom in a little more. Can you see it now? Okay, see that? Yeah, so 45% should win, right? Because they're the biggest group, right? But then they look what they say. Sorry, I bumped the microphone. Look what they say. They say, oh, it looks like chocolate loses and strawberry wins, right? After taking a pairwise vote. Okay, the chocolate beats out the strawberry. Okay, the vanilla also gets beaten out by the chocolate. 40% to 60%. So it's like they're trying to say that chocolate wins. What? Look at that. How does chocolate win? Just because these people who want vanilla want chocolate more than strawberry, and these people who want strawberry want chocolate more than vanilla, these guys, these math lover guys, are trying to say that, well, chocolate beats strawberry when you just compare those two. And chocolate beats vanilla when you just compare those two. And they even say, at the bottom, they say, look, our winner strawberry even loses to vanilla when you forget about the chocolate. Look at that. See that? See how the strawberry is smaller than the vanilla? Because you combine the chocolate at the bottom, because the people who wanted chocolate here wanted vanilla more than strawberry. And so that means that they actually, when you just compare vanilla and strawberry, so what they're saying is that they actually wanted Trump more than Hillary after all. And we all know who the chocolate was. The chocolate was that libertarian Gary Johnson. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants Gary Johnson, duh. Why would anyone want him? Unless they thought that he was going to lose, and so then they didn't vote for him. Forget it. I can't. Math is too hard. Okay. Anyway. Just, guys, you know what you should do? You should just give up and vote for Redhead Hiller, because you'll have to work less. Okay? You won't have to work. You won't have to, unless you're a redhead. Then we got you. We got you if you're a redhead. But if you're not a redhead, think about it. You might never have to work again, because redheads are pretty good at working. And if we take advantage of that, we don't have to do anything. They can do all the work for us. It's so much easier. It's so much easier. Just do that, okay? Alright, guys. Make sure you vote for Redhead Hitler. Because he's obviously, fairly and justly, according to the untied status of whatever country, continent you want to call it. Because it's ours. We can call it whatever we want. Vote for him. And he's already fairly and justly winning, because he's 17% man. That's the majority. Alright, guys. It's been fun. I hope you fell asleep, because I know that math gets boring, and voting gets boring, and the end of the world, and being forced to get a ID chip implanted in your skin and stuff like that gets boring. So I hope you fell asleep and you're at peace, and I'll talk to you guys some other time, okay? Alright, bye. Night night. Don't let the bed bugs bite, unless you're a redhead.